Damn, that was a close game, though. I beat my 278 by just one pin, albeit. And I can't even come back to throw a strike after that. I don't care, I didn't want it anyway. It'll happen. Current best is front 9 and we tied that. Yeah, that went very wrong. One delicious multivitamin. In fact, I'm going to take some right now. Maybe they'll help me get my 300 tonight. If I don't get it, I'm just going to try again tomorrow. Fuck. Nope, that was a 7. That was a clear 7 in the second it left the hand. I can get lucky on some 7 pins, but not all of them. Nope. Nope. No shit, I'll be the cashier there.
Nice throw.
Wait a minute, Saturn? Diablo sauce from Taco Bell.
Nice throw.
Nice throw. Nice job, Steve. Fuck. Alright. How many strikes can I string up? Excuse me. A couple of ball drops really screwed my momentum a little bit. I guess at 279. Even though that 10th frame one was a purposeful ball drop because I didn't like how it released. I'm pretty sure that just phased right into the 4 and didn't knock it over. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that's a 10 pin. That's one thing I gotta worry about, a ringing 10 pin. is how I throw my strikes IRL. I mean, that or I just get lucky on the brookie side. And that's a 5-10.
Nice throw.
Nice throw. Damn it. Nice throw. Uh-oh. That wasn't very nice of a throw. It was a 4-6 split. But I'm going to go for this. For the clout. Field goal. It's good. Yeah. All right.
Nice throw.
And that was almost a 5-7-10. Now it's even harder because it's the 7-10. You know what? We're making this for clout, okay? It's gonna go on a YouTube short if I make it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Sorry, I can't. That was not a. I'm actively chatting on Discord as I speak. Wii? Who's Wii? I don't think there's a Wii to this.
Nice throw.
I don't think that's a strike. That's a 4-pin. That is another 4-6-7. Or if I make this, it's going on the highlight reel. Otherwise, I'm giving my channel away to one of you lucky subscribers. To enter this giveaway, you must be a squeaker. You must be a cat named Maverick. And he's on my bed. I call him Squeaker. Yonky Splinky. That looks like a potential strike for Bob. No. Starting to lose all my momentum for strikes again. Not again.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
That wasn't really as solid of an 8-pin. Gamer struggles. Yep. But if I make this, it's not going on a YouTube short. Yoinky sploinky!
Nice throw.
Whenever I get like 5 in a row.
Nice throw.
That's not it. It could have been.
Nice throw.
No.
Nice throw.
Excuse me, sir. There's an affair going on.
Nice throw.
I really need to lock back in. I've only got 2 strikes this game. And you're telling me that's not going to trip the 5-pin? Rude. That wasn't going to get it either. I didn't think so. And that's another 467. You know what? Paying homage to what I once did. Yeah, that was kind of straight. Chop? Nope. I didn't have any faith in that ball anyway, so I'm just going to restart. And he struck.
Nice throw.
How many strikes are we going to get this game? I'm gonna say we're gonna get to the first 6 at least.
Nice throw.
I'm actually gonna try for the strikes. Well, we're halfway to 6, making I guess of at least 6 will have not been in man. And there's the one curveball throw that
Nice throw.
tosses everything out.
Nice throw.
There we go. I did.
Nice throw.
6-pack. Shit, I'm about to fall. That went inside as soon as it left my hand. Started going inside and I left the 4-pin. God damn it.
Nice throw.
No. Yoinky sploinky.
Nice throw.
Nice spare. I think that deserved a strike. And the yoink. Do the yoinky sploinky.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
And I think that's not enough. Well, actually, I Brooklyn that.
Nice throw.
Whenever you get more than 6, you gotta stand up. Make it look like you're in an actual bowling alley, not just yanking the camera, yanking the Wii remote in your right hand while you're touching your pickle with touching your other Wii remote. While you're not touching your other Wii remote with your left hand. Good that the developers designed it to be played with one hand. Oh, please. Those jokes are stale. Yoink. Yoinky sploinky to strike. And you're telling me the 10-pin is not gonna fall. Oh, it did try to get knocked down. Wonder how that shit went. Yoinky sploinky.
Nice throw.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, that was a terrible first frame.
Nice throw.
It's 6 strikes.
Nice throw.
Alright, back to the first 7 we can potentially go with this strike. Did I get it enough? Yes, I did.
Nice throw.
Alright. Uh-oh.
Nice throw.
I'm back to 8 in a row. Alright, can I get 9 again? Are you? Come on! That 10 pin again. Nigel Farage. That was not a good shot. Yeah, but as soon as that left my hand, I knew that was not going to win. And I think that's not going to win either. Yay, strike. I did it again.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
That was not a good shot at all. I don't know where that went.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
Looked away from that one and that left me a 5 pin. Damn you. It's these stupid feet, see? Fucking horse noises. Your loss. Throw the ball down the lane and hope you hit all the pins. If you don't hit all the pins, rinse and repeat. Restart. What kind of bullshit lead is that? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go for it. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, no, we weren't getting that. I'm just gonna sit here for the next 2 minutes of my life thinking of what to do next. Yeah.
Nice throw.
I kind of don't think that. I don't think that strike was that deserved.
Nice throw.
I don't fucking know. I have some more, and I think that's not it. Nope. No. 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 And that's the 10th pin.
Nice throw.
The cheese! If I leave one more 10 pin like that, I'm gonna throw. I want the kitty. I'm gonna guess this isn't. This is, yeah. It had a chance, but it didn't. you go a little bit to the left, you leave a 4-pin. You go a little bit to the right, you leave a 4-pin. And if you go to the middle, you leave some wonky split. Wonky slide. Okay, we're gonna stop doing that. Stop doing that and put your fucking life together, okay?
Nice throw.
The turtle. And that is a split.
Nice throw.
Cheese!
Nice throw.
Even if the 10 pin, no, the 10 pin would have had to fall there, because. And. No. That was incredibly bad. And nope, that's a 4-pin. It went inside of target. Catch it up to the ball, you're gonna be fine. And that's another strike.
Nice
I don't
throw.
know how much I deserved that one, though. Deserved. I don't know how much I deserved that strike. Did I deserve this one? No. And I didn't get it. So it's also no. It's bound to not happen. Get away with one of those? No, I can't. It's gotta have hook. You can't just throw it straight down the middle and expect to strike every time. You need to have hook if you want to hook in the pocket to strike. Otherwise, you're gonna leave a 5-7-10 like I did one time in real life. And that was 4 years ago when I did. I think I left with the J Petrac. The Johnny Petraclia ball. No! Imagine if that somehow struck. It's just the head pin. It's possible to strike without hitting the head pin if you have the right luck. But if your name is Braden, you probably don't always have that luck. Throw it away. Alright, Mr. Charlie Brown. And that's an 8-pin that did not fall. Lame-o. Hey, Steve-o. I'm getting really close to ending the video at this rate. Next 10-pin to get left, I'm going to hit. I'm going to kick you square in the mouth.
Nice throw.
Nice cock. Yay!
Nice
I
throw.
got 2 strikes. I got 8 again, and then choked on the 9th. And I'm not even getting the 3 here. That's just pathetic. Alright. Yoinky, sploinky! That's not gonna... That is...
Nice throw.
His ears came clean off. And that's a me color you can't even get, so you're fucking cheating.
Nice throw.
Hey, Squeaker. And...
Nice throw.
Nice throw! And...
Nice throw.
Did that deserve a strike? I'm gonna go with, yeah. I'm gonna get away with it. No, I'm gonna leave a 7-pin. Restart again. Almost like we're getting absolutely nowhere.
Nice throw.
I wonder what my final shot for my first 300 one is gonna be.
Nice throw.
Is it gonna be? Am I gonna give the ball too much room, or am I gonna get it hooking a little too much? Is it even gonna? Yeah, that. Hey, you want a cool split conversion? Go fuck yourself. You're not getting one. I don't care who you are, but you're not getting one. Can CPU means technically throw 300s?
Nice throw.
Well, with the right luck they can, but
Nice throw.
everything in the background's always predetermined. Like some wonky shit like that 5-7-10 back there. And that's gonna go inside of target and leave me a split.
Nice throw.
Don't go through the face. Don't go left of target. I mean, I will say I'm doing a lot better hitting the. I mean, I've been doing fine hitting the head pin, but. That was a 4-pin. Oh man. And that's going to.
Nice throw.
Cock moth. Oh! That was horrible. Well, this strike. That was a 6-pin. Human fallacy right there. Nope. Was that a strike? Was that a strike-looking ball? Probably not. I'm hitting pause as fast as I can to get this stupid sequence over with. Billions must die. Nothing ever happens.
Nice
That
throw.
was asleep. All of the above are sayings of all sex. Yeah, there's another 5, 7, 10. What's the counter up to, like 3 now? This would have been a nice YouTube short highlight, but no, I'm not confident enough to get that. I mean, maybe with a light ball. Can I get like a 6-pound ball or something so I can do something with it? Thanks. One day when I go bowling, preferably alone, I want to like 5 games. I'm gonna go with when games are cheap. I bring my own shoes, but I'm gonna strictly use house balls of certain weights. Try to find 6 to 15, and then shoot games and group the 6 and 7, the 8 and 9, the 10 and 11, and you're gonna tell me that. If that stood, I was gonna turn the game off. 6 pounds and 7 pounds together, 8 and 9 together, 10 and 11 together, 12 and 13 together, 14 and 15 together. A bunch of satirical bullshit in between. Alternating frames. I don't know if I deserve that strike. All these luck strikes are making everything look too good to be true.
Nice
And
throw.
remember, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. And that's why this is not striking. Yeah, no, that came very far. What's up, guys? I'm going to... No. Yeah, that was a very
Nice
formal strike. No! I need to stop sounding like I'm moaning. There are children watching these videos. My channel is not dedicated for... It's not all family-friendly content. Maybe you can say that about my 2021 stuff.
Nice throw.
And early 2022, but fuck almighty. God damn it. No! I'm not giving you guys a strong language warning. You're old enough to learn. You're old enough to know strong language. Warning, this video contains mildly sexual themes and a lot of strong language.
Nice
It
throw.
have to be heavily blurred due to the community guidelines and completely censored. Videos not for the...
Nice throw.
We're gonna react to 2 Girls 1 Cup, but just the music. 2 Girls 1 Cup reaction video we like.
Nice
And
throw.
it's fine. I'm obviously not gonna watch that show. Get it? Cause shit's involved. Brayden, that wasn't funny. That was a scat porn joke. I did not strike. I did not get 5 in a row. That one had every shot to get. No. I don't think it had a shot. You know what the problem is? It's a 4-step approach in this game. I do a 5-step approach IRL.
Nice throw.
And yoink.
Nice throw.
Yay! Alright, that was 3 strikes.
Nice throw.
Hey Squeaker, how are you doing on my bed, buddy? Baby. He's sound asleep. He knows how to function. Don't worry.
Nice throw.
He's breathing. If he was not breathing, I would have said something by now. And that is a 5-10. I just shook another front 4. Oh my god, that time I didn't get the 8-pin to drop. What the fuck? Hook in. Okay, that time it did.
Nice throw.
There was still a chance there that I left a solid 8-pin and would have reached. Oh hell! Oh my god, that was terrible. Shoot it! Shoot it! Nope. No, I don't make porn of me's. That's sadistic. I don't make Papa Louie Powell's porn.
Nice throw.
I don't make any of that. Stop asking me those stupid questions, chat. Just kidding. I'm just being the most random I can be tonight. Starting to get too unfiltered, knowing that this is YouTube and I could be age restricted for just about any fucking thing I wanted to be. It'll happen. The 300 will happen, by the way.
Nice throw.
I'm thinking of going to Karma again soon, thrifting.
Nice
That shouldn't have been a strike. That should have... No, that's definitely not a strike. That wasn't. Alright, one more solid 8, then like that, I'm done playing for the night. I'm just gonna turn off the game and pretend this didn't happen. That honestly didn't deserve a strike either. It's giving off false confidence. It's not strictly about the luck, it's about the skill too.
Nice throw.
You see that? The ball went through the 5. I'm convinced the ball went through the 5 because it isn't real. And that did not get me a strike either. That was a 4-pin. I remember my first 289 was almost like a 286 because I almost had a 4. I lied. I'm just gonna try to see how far I can get in another attempt. I'm gonna go to bed if I reach 8 or more strikes and fail the next frame after that. That wasn't very good. It was really worth the prediction here, wasn't it? I'm on a pib craze again, by the way, and I'm having no luck of finding.
Nice.
0 luck in terms of finding anything. Ugh. Can I stop leaving 8-pins now? Jesus Christ, stop fucking me up. And that's a 8 count. Yay!
Nice throw.
Giving false confidence. Anything luck-based is false confidence, unless you're in Wii Bowling. If in real life, luck strikes, some can look more undeserving than others. False confidence. Oh my god, isn't that the pocket 4-7-10 again? How many times have I left that through like the 8 recording sessions at this point? Again, there we go.
Nice throw.
Perfect! Look at this one.
Nice throw.
And I got 3.
Nice.
I got 4. Skinny jeans in the back. I got 5.
Nice.
And if this gets to 8 plus and I fail, I'm going to bed, okay? 8 plus, and we're not even gonna make it to 6. Alright. Fucking 10 pin again. You didn't like that at all. No. Quiet 10. Oh, you motherfucker. I've got a Mario remote and a Luigi remote. Wario. Yeah!
Nice throw.
Nice cock. Perfect.
Nice throw.
Nice throw. Oh.
Nice.
Another 4 in a row attempt. I'm not taking time during these shots. If I leave one more attempt, then I'm chucking. Alright. One more 10 pin like that. I don't even want to talk about what happened there. I still need to...
Nice throw.
Yeah, I've been looking for Pib for many days now, and... Brookie! 5-7. That was about as good as you'd get for Brooklyn. The squeaker. Unlubed. That's right, Winter. I'm talking to him on cord. I was talking to the 2 V's of mine. I'll leave it at that, okay?
Nice throw.
That was definitely not a nice throw. Funfest Greg, what's up?
Nice throw.
And that's gonna go inside. It's gonna leave the 3-6-10. I lost 10 seconds of my life with that shot.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
Alright, no. Alright, we'll just... I curved it to the left, to the right, and it went to the left, fingered ball. In 2 hands, you get...
Nice throw.
Can we get some 2-handed recognition? I can throw a strike. I've thrown strikes 2-handed before, but with the light balls. I've made them hook in. I can't do it very well with my main ball, especially because
Nice throw.
it's also not... I want a new ball and some new bowling shoes pretty soon. I'm starting to outgrow my bowling shoes, and I want to have your bowling ball for better carry. The Brunswick Defender.
Nice throw.
Uh-oh. Did I say, uh-oh, we're getting up. We're at the 6-pack again, which means we stand. Went inside again. That's a 4-pin. God damn it. Alright. Spare my asshole tonight, will ya? I can get pretty consistent. If on a good day, I can get pretty consistent.
Nice
I just got progressively more consistent at the end of the day, and I'm happy with that. Even if I don't get the 300 today, I'm happy to reach back up to the front 9 and give it a second chance. I started today being very inconsistent with strikes. And look at me now. I'm constantly stringing at least 3 in a row to start. As long as that hooks in.
Nice throw.
Yeah. It didn't.
Nice throw. Nice throw. Nice throw.
Yoinky sploinky! No. You gotta give it the old yoinky sploinky. And do you think that worked? No, really. Do you think that worked? Excuse me.
Nice throw.
I took the wrong thing, which means that's not gonna strike. Yeah, that went inside again. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. Yep. That was incredibly bad. I want to pump out one more front 8 and then go to bed. Brooklyn! You see, you can't Brooklyn strike as easy as you can in real life in this game. And Brooklyn strikes are a little bit of luck on their own. But that 7-pin is also luck. You know, I have the tendency to either leave 26 of them or trip 26 of them out. I've been doing the latter more.
Nice throw.
Even though I have been leaving my fair share of 7-pins. Even tell me that's another 10 pin? You know what that means? Pants come off. And the bowling ball goes. The bowling pin. No, it's not even the right word. Where's Squeaker's head? There it is. I couldn't see because he was behind me. I was feeling at nothing. Okay. Try again. Can I get one more good attempt? That's not even. That's a bucket. Wave to the camera even though I'm way off screen.
Nice throw.
That's the trip 10 that'll make the difference between 300 and 280. No, it's not gonna mean shit. We'll try for this one. Nice conversion. Not. Yeah, I thought we weren't gonna get it anyway. Ah! Shit! That was not a strike. How hard are we gonna blow it in the 11th and 12th shots? Or are we gonna get the perfect game as soon as we get to 10 or as soon as we get past 9? Anything's a possibility. I mean, if I fuck up for 299 or something, at least the series is a little bit longer.
Nice throw.
It's that ultimate redemption arc that sucks. It's that ultimate redemption arc story that everyone loves in their series. Isn't it? No? Well, you're gonna deal with it because you're gonna get one.
Nice throw.
You're gonna man up and you're gonna get one. You're gonna man up and you're gonna get one. And I don't want to hear one person complaining about, oh, this was too cliche of a redemption arc. Almost nothing important happened in the story. And now I'm back at 5 strikes. I redeemed myself. Alright, we're standing up. We've got 6 strikes. Don't pull number 7, Braden. I didn't pull it this time. I'm gonna tell Winter he's gonna be like the first eyewitness to this. Well, not really eyewitness, but you know. Is that how you want me to go out? 7-10 split? Fuck you. You know what? I'm just gonna make this. I want to make this for the internet clout. No, I won't. You know what? Fuck that. No. Who do you think you are? I am. I heard that line be used in a movie. That's a 4-pin. One that my dad watches. One of those cliche low-rating movies that my dad has so much affiliation with. I am not affiliated with the disappearance of Darwin. You know what? I'm gonna shoot this one. No, we're gonna botch every split attempt because I'm not here for split conversions. I'm here for 300, and so far I've not gotten 300. I'm also not sitting down for a little bit. I think that was another strike I don't think I deserved. I tripped out the 5, 7, 10 all in rapid succession. Take whatever I can get. If it's 12 lucky strikes, it's God's hand. Brayden, you don't even believe. Fuck it, I'm cracking open a root beer. Alright, I've got one in the fridge. Hang on a second. It's almost time for the third and last stocking of the mini fridge with root beers. I got some like 2 weeks ago at Sam's, along with some cinnamon rolls and one Brooklyn stroke. Things are really starting to turn around. That's 2 luck strikes. We can't. I don't. It's not bad, but it's not what I want.
Nice throw.
Am I necessarily after luck strikes? No. Is it okay to have some in a while? No. Pause. Pause and restart. Alright, I'm sitting back down. Standing up during the first 6 frames isn't helping anything. Brooklyn. I don't even think that came close to Brooklyn striking.
Nice throw.
And that's another solid 8-pin. Just what I wanted. How long have we been at this recording session? Over an hour? And then we leave this fucking mess? Okay. Fine. We're not here for split conversions. We're here to shoot 300. Understandable? If I wanted to try to shoot a 7-10, I would.
Nice throw.
But leaving one in this game is not. But leaving one in this game isn't very easy to do. Every time you throw it down the middle, it's always going to be jump. Every time it hits the head pin dead on, it's going to leave the 4 and 6 to go with some other fucking nonsense. That's not what I'm after, okay? Make sure my nose spray is in here. It's not. It's in here. We're fine. Yeah, I still take it. I still have issues with my sinuses. They persist. Prolonged persistence of premarital sex. No, we don't believe in that ideology right now. We are the soldiers of the ID. I'm getting a haircut on Wednesday, by the way. AKA August 5th. We are the... Right before I go bowling. Make sure I don't get hair on my ball or on the lanes. Because if I do that, I'm getting kicked out. Even I don't like the fucking synthetic lanes of overly synthetic. I'm talking about that new synthetic instead of wood. There's a fucking speed bump in my ball when I try to roll it. It's stupid, I know. So I throw it like this because if I just roll it on the ground, I'm gonna it's gonna hook more on the ground when it. I got away with one there.
Nice throw.
Although I did trip the 7 again. One of the more common breaks I'm getting.
Nice throw.
Fuck. No! Hello, square! Wait, you're not a square! I was in a number blocks phase in 2019, but kind of not really quickly grew out of it, but like, around 2018, 2019, I was in a bit of a number blocks phase. I think that's like one of the... Its community isn't sunshine and rainbows, and I'm also leaving another 10 pin here. Unless that falls. Yeah, that had no chance. And that didn't hook enough. That completely missed the head pin. That was my first head pin miss since fucking 1982. By 2020, I think I was out. I mean, I obviously wasn't going to be into number blocks forever, but something I remember is I discovered it complete random. In terms of like BFB itself, though, I discovered I think episode 5 is like the first one I saw. I didn't even know that season was going on because I didn't keep up with Jack and Jellyfy. I knew that Insanity Season 2 was going on, though, and I did. Contestants don't get to have any fun if you're on the show. You're gonna burn in the sun. I reacted to Season 4, Episode 6 of Insanity, so go check that out.
Nice throw.
Whenever you get a chance, go check out my reaction. And also the reaction I made to
Nice throw.
the Inanimate Insanity Remaster Episode 14. Right now, he's got some big fish to fry over here. 7-bagger. Looking for 8 in a row. And I dropped it once. Dropped it twice. Dropped it 3 times. Stop. I'm not getting it. No, I knew I knew I wasn't getting it dropped. On the 8th shot of 300, give me a Brooklyn strike to start off. Asshole. Biggest interests of 2020. 2021, it was definitely Lala Loopsy.
Nice throw.
2022, probably still Lala Loopsy. 2023, I don't think that changed.
Nice throw.
2024, that changed. Well, no. Hanazuki was up there too, but I think in terms of YTP interests, 2021, I had a Lala Loopsy one in the works, but it never came to fruition. It also wasn't that good. I mean, it was good, but, well, to me at least. It was nostalgia, but I deleted the project because of the fucking rate limits on YouTube back then. You had to have a phone number to upload more than 15 minutes, and that's why all of my videos back before Christmas 2022 were all shorter. And condense them down. I didn't like it all that much, but I had to do it. But then I got the community tab before hitting 500 subscribers. I knew community tab became a thing. I don't think I deserved that strike, by the way. That was a little bit too much. And see, that's the A pin right there to fucking ruin my day. Excuse me. Right before I shower, I'm going to put more root beers in the fridge. But if I find Pip tomorrow, there's going to be a little bit of confuckery. As fucking nope. I don't think that. I don't think that worked. Is root beer supposed to taste sweet? Because I would like it more if it's sweet. I'm starting to form more of a preference to Barks root beer instead of A&W, but A&W and Monk's pretty iconic. I like the warm take, I guess, because I see mixed opinions of it online. I like the mug vanilla thing pretty well. Mug vanilla root beer thing. That was even less of a. That was even less deserving of a strike than the last one. I liked it pretty well. The vanilla, whatever, vanilla root beer float mug, whatever the fuck it was. The Dirty Mountain Dew wasn't bad, but it wasn't really my cup of tea either. The cherries and cream, the wild cherry and cream Pepsi was one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. No puns intended. Now that I think about it, it sounds kind of weird.
Nice throw.
Shut up, Tootie. That's another strike. 2 minutes for me. Good job. You're winging it. Fucking 8-pin again. And that's a pocket 7-pin, just like I had enjoyed leaving earlier. I don't make my Mii's left-handed because I'm not left-handed. Well, I'm left-handed in a couple of things, but some of those are probably better left unsaid. I'm just talking about whatever floats my fancy. Talking about whatever floats my boat while trying to shoot 300 in Wii Sports Bowling. The dirty soda trend kind of... honestly, the trend would be better if they didn't call every soda dirty, because now it just sounds like... It sounds like you're... The soda's dirty. Like dirt. There is dirt soda out there. What am I thinking? There's a lot of different kinds of soda, actually. Near where my college campus is, there's this Rocket Fizz pop shop thing.
Nice throw.
And it has a lot of different kinds of soda. Maybe that's home to the mythical Stalinade. Except the sodas there bottled are like $3.50 a pop. No pun intended.
Nice throw.
It's also a big candy shop too. They have marble runs, they have Angry Bird puzzles. I want more Angry Birds toy play sets. Whether it be regular Angry Birds or Angry Birds Star Wars, I can make all my cut. Nope. That was another that was another wobbly 7-pin. I'm gonna convince Dad to take me to the card stores anyway tomorrow.
Nice throw.
That is assuming he's available too. If he's not, then that didn't Brooklyn at all because it didn't even touch the 3-pin. It wasn't a Brooklyn strike. That's what I'm trying to imply. I gave it too much room. I haven't made it back to 8 just yet. Am I gonna be can I cross the foul line? I don't think I deserve a snap strike very much. Half of these strikes I don't think I deserve them. Alright, 4-6-10. Alright, if this goes to the left, your mom's a hoe. Not my problem. Oh shit, and I still want to go duck pin bowling soon.
Nice throw.
I don't have enough time to do everything I wanted to do this summer. That being said, it wasn't really a bad summer. The thing that plagued it most was I love how you went right around that, by the way. Was me being sick for 2 weeks out of the summer. I got to do fun things, and it all started, but the sickness all started on, like,
Nice throw.
the 4th of July, and the symptoms didn't really come up until about the 8th. Story time! So, I was with my cousins, I was at my great-uncle's house, like I usually am for 4th of July, and I was in the swimming pool. We were playing Marco Polo. The 9-year-old cousin was Marco. That was Polo? Yeah, Polo that round. Because Marco calls for Polo, and then Polo calls for Marco. And then I'm in the near the deep end of the pool, and then all of a sudden, when I'm least expecting it, I get dunked under the water, inhale a little bit of the water, and it probably some of it gets into my ear. I was fine. I was fine after getting all the water out of my system, but apparently one of my cousins who's also there had pneumonia.
Nice.
Had pneumonia for like several months and still went. So I ended up sick. The combination of one cousin dunking me under the water plus another cousin having pneumonia without me knowing it is exactly what happened to get me sick for 2 weeks. Or almost 2 weeks.
Nice throw.
I started feeling much more better, like, yeah,
Nice throw.
Sigh.
Nice throw.
Yeah, I missed 2 weeks out of the summer, and I start college in 2 weeks, so we're not necessarily looking that great in the grand scheme of things.
Nice throw.
But I do move into my dorm next Tuesday, so I do need to consider what to bring with me to the dorm.
Nice
A
throw.
couple notable things I'm gonna bring are probably my television and my Wii.
Nice.
In terms of devices, I'm probably gonna bring DVD tablet for sure, along with a couple DVDs of my leisure. Mainly the ones I plan to binge watch, like the rest of South Park. I put a hiatus on that binge watch strictly because I was sick for 2 weeks, and one of my ears was fucked up. The ear fuck up really started to kick in on the 9th of July, I'd assume. Yeah, the Thursday after the 4th of July. 4th was a Saturday that year. I got to do fireworks with my cousins, and that all worked out. I struggled to sleep though because I didn't take into account my need for nose spray. It was also kind of dusty downstairs. But I got to watch the Family Guy and King of the Hill down there, so I'm happy. That boy ain't right, I'll tell you what. Yeah, and I also have I have a Bobby and a Hank Hill plush. They're both sitting on the chair with my Pusheen Cinnamon Roll and Cinnamon Roll plush, respectively. As for plushies I'm going to bring to college, that's to be determined. Move-in appointment is August 11th.
Nice throw.
Things like that. You know. There is a bowling alley near my college campus, though. It's about 6 minutes away on me. I can take a bus. I do plan to bring bowling balls with me in case I want to go bowling. Unless there is a college campus bowling alley that I can just magically go to. Some colleges have that, but not everyone does.
Nice throw.
And that's another broken up split that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I forget that I even have the camera on when I'm saying half of this, so if there's any sneers in here, don't take them into account, please. I'm not tarnishing my reputation right now. But yeah, I wanted to get back into the scheme of bowling, this grand scheme of bowling, especially after this PBA season. If I had watched the World Series of Bowling plus the World Championship, I probably would have not had to do that possible.
Nice throw.
After seeing how crazy it was and how many 300s were missed. I mean, we had a 300 in the first show of the year, and that was at the Players' Championship. That was one of my favorite telecasts, watching Brandon Bonta shoot 300, even if he did it against my favorite player, E.J. Tackett. I also enjoyed the USBC Masters telecast. I enjoyed all these telecasts. And then there's the Surfside New York Classic. Austin Grammer shoots .299 against Chris Prather. It gives the vibes of the Brian Davis .299 in 1993.
Nice throw.
Both of them left the 2-pin in the title match. Television debut.
Nice throw.
Except Brian Davis missed out on $130,000. Austin only missed out on about $10,000. Give the ball too much room and expect yourself
Nice
to fall. Back up to 5 now.
Nice throw.
1:22 in the morning. Maybe expect this video to be up at 3. Oh my god, stop giving me fucking 10 pins every time. I want at least one more front 8 attempt. And we'll see how everything goes. And 7 pin. Simonson gets, well, back in 2019, Jason Belmonte left 2 7-10 splits in the title match to cost him the Players' Championship that year.
Nice
His opponent was Anthony Simonson, who won his second major, and then Anthony Simonson got dipped out of a major because of 2 7-10 splits of his own this year in the U.S. Open against Patrick Dombrowski. Dombrowski's first title had been coming for a while. I remember watching the USBC Masters in 2024, I think, with my grandma. De'Aaron Booker from The Price is Right took that one home. This is fun telecast, though, I'll say. Even though Belmo got pretty brutalized in the middle, at the end of match 3. I watched the U.S. Open in 2024. Cal Troop won. It was a fun telecast despite EJ losing. I watched 2024. Not the Players' Championship, but I watched the World Championship. The World Championship was another fun watch, seeing EJ Tackett win his 5th major. Oh yeah, did I mention that I watched EJ's Triple Crown win live at the US Open? Well, I wasn't there to experience it, but I watched it on the telecast. I also watched Kevin McCune's first major win against Jacob Buttriff, rest in peace. Buttriff got a pretty good standing ovation too. And then I watched the 300 of EJ Tackett's in the Super Slam Cup. And then Belmo almost shot 300 of his own. I'm gonna miss you, Jacob. You were a real one. As soon as I found out the news on Saturday night, I was just, I couldn't say anything. Friday night, technically, into Saturday, I just was distraught. Another unfortunate loss in the bowling community. Mark Roth was much older, but it still felt too soon too. Jacobs was far too soon. He was 32 and died of a heart attack. We're gonna miss him, and I'm sure you'll miss him. And I hope Jacob one day gets into the Hall of Fame. He would have, I think at the rate he was going, if he didn't get too many runner-up finishes in majors, he probably would have had at least 4. He played his ass off in a lot of major events.
Nice throw.
Like the 2025 TOC. Wasn't Buttriff like the number 5 seed? 4 or 5.
Nice
He
throw.
ran the ladder all the way to Jesper, and then Jesper beat him in the end. I was rooting for Tackett to win his second Triple Crown, but he did already win the U.S. Open and World Championship that year, and that basically gave him another Player of the Year award. Jacobs honestly been one of my favorites for quite a bit of time. I used to put some bowling games on my phone and pretend that there was matchups between like Jacob Buttriff and some amateurs or juniors like Cyril Cardenas or Solomon Saloma, other legendary faces. I think I did EJ Tackett once. left test too soon. Back on the topic of telecasts.
Nice throw.
I watched the TOC in 2024 where Mr. Dunnerball came to fruition, aka Marshall Kent. 6 strikes in a row, then the ball got thrown in the gutter. He came out to win the whole tournament, and Anthony Simon's been coming short of a lot of majors lately. He came runner-up in the USBC Masters. I'm eager to see him win his 6th major at some point. I bet it's coming pretty soon. Just like Belmo's 16th. I theorized that Jason handed the torch to EJ Tackett and said, "Your move," or something. Ever since EJ Tackett's Triple Crown, he's been almost unstoppable. I mean, he only won 1 major, but it was the 4-peat of the World Championship. No bowler has ever done that before. And that's his 5th overall World Championship win. He's also tied with faces like Mark Roth and Walter Ray Williams Jr. for 4th most majors. Just behind Earl Anthony and Pete Weber, who have 10, and Belmo, who obviously has 15. All my strikes are starting to go away. I used to always love watching. I remember one day I stayed up watching the replays of the PBA Tour Finals of 2021 because I just couldn't sleep. My first ever sleepless night. It was right before a testing day in school. Probably the worst time to have one, and that 8 pin didn't fall. I watched the playoffs finale live too, but for the tour finals and the semifinal or the quarterfinals of the playoffs, someone was live streaming them and I watched it from there. There's a reaction live stream too, so. But in terms of the major championships from 2025, I watched them all in the playoffs finale, as well as the Battle of the Brands. I watched Tackett's 2nd US Open, 4th World Championship, and World Championship 3-peat. I watched Gary Haynes rip the USBC Masters title from Simon. It would have been his 4th USBC Masters if he won. I feel like he's going to win another major at some point. I don't know what it'll be. 2024 playoffs was Boog Kroll and it was Simonson who took home the Tour Finals in 2024. 2025's Tour Finals I didn't watch, but it was Mr. 298, aka the Las Vegas High Rollers anchor bowler, Andrew Henderson. There's a Baker Form 300 that almost happened, but he pulled a Tom Smallwood and double wooded. I did not watch the 298 of Tom Smallwood or Andrew Henderson, or no, the High Rollers live. I just watched a replay. Yeah, that pin got stood back out by another. Of course it did. Cheeky little bastard in the back. Yeah, that's another ball that didn't get the 5-pin. After the World Championship 2024, yeah, Gary Haynes in the Masters, Ethan Fiore in the Players Championship with the fucking de-wooded bowling pins, the synthetic pins. I'm not really a fan of them because they don't sound. They don't sound as good as the environment. Who? It's not like bowling's gonna cause fucking global warming. There's enough pins to go around for everyone. Okay, these strikes are starting to seem. Okay, these strikes are starting to glaze me a little too much. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna last for too long. I pulled it, but I got away with one.
Nice throw.
Yeah, I watched the TOC's finale. It was Easter, and I watched it with my grandma, and a bit with my mom too, because she was there. It was Easter, I went to visit grandma, as I tend to do. It was a fun telecast, even though Mr. 289, who I now don't know what to call, because he shot 279, 289, 299. Mr. 2x9, I guess. Because he's never shot 300 on TV, but he's come damn close to doing it. In fact, he was on it. In fact, in the 2025 Elite League Battle of the Brands, he was on a team with 4 other bowlers who've shot at least one televised 300. And they were all, well, no, they were all the whole team was two-handers except for Francois LeBlanc. Kyle Troop shot 1 300 in 2022 and came close to doing it multiple times. He shot a 299 in the Tour Finals 2020. He got 300 in he got 288 in the playoffs 2023. No, 22. There were 2023 playoffs. And 2022 Tour Finals. Belmo had 3 300s in 2011, 12, and I think 2011-12 World Championship, and then in back-to-back Tour Finals in 22 and 23. The 2022 Tour Finals 300s were both in the same day, by the way.
Nice throw.
Not the same telecast, but same day. The closest we've ever gotten to having 2 300s on TV was the Super Slam Cup, and it wasn't even. They wouldn't count as official they're still official 300 games, but just not towards the televised total, because it wasn't a title-bearing event. It was for $100,000 and some bragging rights. $100,000, a WWE belt, and some bragging rights. Belmo took home the bragging rights, the belt, and EJ Tackett took home a $10,000 check for 300 yen. But as I said earlier, Jason Belmonte did it almost did it again right after him.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
He shot 286, leaving a 710 on his 11th shot, and then he tried to do a trick shot, which wouldn't count towards the score, which would give a 0 on the board, but that's okay, because 286 is still an honorable score. I think it's the only time a 286 has been shot, well, in the PPA at least. There's been a Weber Cup 286 before. Bowl against a 289. And that is a rigged mess of a shot.
Nice throw.
For Chris Vine and Francois Lavoie both shot 2 300s. Francois did it at the US Open in 2016 and again in the playoffs in 2020. In 2021, Chris Vine shot 2 300 games. Would he have technically been the first bowler to ever shoot 2 televised perfect games in the same season? Because he did. Because with that, he did. Only 4 bowlers have bowled more than one perfect game on television. Sean Rash did it in 2014 and 2015. Francois Lavoie in 2019 and 2016 and 2020. Chris Vine twice in 2021 and Jason Belmonte in 2012, I assume? 2022, that's going to have to get lucky. It did not. How many strikes was I deep? 2? Okay, no, it wasn't that big of a loss. It's like maybe 45 seconds.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
That had to get lucky and it went right past the 5 pin. Yeah, Jason Belmonte shot 2012, 2022, 2023 for his televised 300s.
Nice throw.
Becoming the only bowler so far to have bowled 3 300s on television.
Nice throw.
If you count bonus 300s, he's technically got like 4. Yeah, he's got, well, it hasn't been, probably the most niche 300 game bowl was at the summer team shootout in 2010 or 2011. It was Belmonte and Schaefer in doubles against Chris Barnes and whoever else. And the match in the end was 300 to 280. It was incredible.
Nice throw.
It was an incredible match. And for counting bonus 300s in general, Ryan Schaefer, no, Wes Millott would have been the first to do 2 300 games on TV. King of the Lanes 2009 twice. Ryan Schaefer would have been second. Wes Millott could have had a 300 before too, but he's gotten in front, at least the front 10 twice. In 05, he left a 4 pin for 299, and in 2013 against PDW, he shot 288s, leaving a 10 missing it, and just it was in the Cheetah Championship of that year.
Nice throw.
But if you get my gist, you should be able to understand.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
You know what I wish main event had?
Nice throw.
Pokemon cards again. Back to 5 strikes in a row. Can I make it 6 and then then we get to do the stand up? Oh fuck man. Nope. 4 pin again. How about this close to just quitting in general? 109% of gamblers win before they quit. I don't think that math's supposed to add up. That's right, it doesn't, Sherlock Holmes. Some of these are like fucking failed me. Not me. I'm a sane human being.
Nice throw.
Cool Cat got put on to catch a predator.
Nice throw.
Except the episode wasn't real, it was just an edited stunt. Cool Cat gets... If you ever remember Cool Cat, then you're real. Even though I don't remember him myself, I think it's just something Winter showed me in a group chat.
Nice throw.
I was like, who is this Cool Cat, by the way? Nah, that's a... God damn it. I'm never going to be getting 300 at this rate. Not a bunch of chokes, failed strikes like that. Yeah, that was a successful strike. Just need 11 more of these. Come on. Come on, L bowling ball, yo. Only 11 more frames, only 10 more frames to go. As it slowly trembles down the lane, looking like it could fall in the gutter at any second. It knocks down all of the bowling pins. Come on, L bowling ball, yo. Only 9 more frames to go. I'm gonna stop saying that before I jinx myself this frame. I didn't jinx myself.
Nice throw.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. That was almost a solid 8 pin. I went too far to the right. It always helps. I'm gonna need to charge my Bluetooth thing.
Nice throw.
The stand I used for uploading videos, or well, recording. Left hand's starting to hurt now. I need to go to bed. I was up till 3 a.m. the last 2 nights. I need to rework my sleep schedule. Meanwhile, I'm still over here waking up at... Well, actually, no, last night I don't think I was... Was I asleep at 3 in the morning last night? Or did I go to bed? Yeah, after I finish this recording session, I'm gonna go get in the shower and go to bed. And the cat will be sleeping next to me. If he so desires. He's already asleep. Squeaker's over here trying to take my spot. It's okay, I'll sleep on the couch instead, Maverick. If that's what you want. Do you want that?
Nice.
I'll gently scoot him, making sure he stays asleep and comfortable. If I leave one more bucket like that, I'm gonna punch someone square in the nose. Nope, start over. I'm not continuing this. That looked halfway easy for a second, but... Okay, in this order, I'm gonna refill root beer, brush teeth,
Nice.
get in the shower, get out of the shower, rinse and repeat. Get out of the shower, find a video to put on before I go to bed, which I've got one, the dry bread sleep compilation video.
Nice throw.
It'll be my help. It'll be my background video to sleep to. I always have one of those I have one of those almost every night. Whether it be some of my own content. Whether it be my own content or it be David.
Nice throw.
Who names their protein bar David? Oh no, I need to do nose spray before anything.
Nice throw.
Oh yeah, get this video set to upload. Fuck am I thinking about? Good thing I did charge this one up pretty good. Is that 4? That is 4. I had to feel a little luck face because that 5 pin fell. No, the way the 5 pin fell. Is this 5? Nope, it's 5. I went from it's 5 to it's the 5. Brookie! Nope, I just say Brookie because that was the nickname of one of my close friends in elementary school who I don't go to, who I don't see anymore. Left my hand a little early, but never punished.
Nice throw.
I'm next to Tyrone. We need to remake him.
Nice throw.
Byron. Did you just... No, he didn't. Pussy. Remember you're trash talking Tyrone rolling right of me? I'm over here trying to also focus on the 300 game.
Nice throw.
Back to 4.
Nice throw.
Nope, I was about to be able to stand again, and I fucked up the second shot. I tried to wing it. I tried to wing it and fucking died. And that is about...
Nice throw.
Cute art L music choice. L art cute music choice.
Nice throw.
Codename Paul.
Nice throw.
I smiled for that one. I think that's gonna go in. That's good.
Nice throw.
I was about to call that not a strike. It looks fine. That looked good too. I'm not gonna stand until I get 6 strikes though. That's the rule I made for myself. I dropped it. Can I finally stand? Fuck! You know what? If I leave one more 5 pin after I get 4 strikes in a row, I'm going to bed anyway. I don't care what I said. At least 4 strikes, by the way. No, I'm just gonna try the other strategy. Just go right there so I don't have to go too far and worry about throwing the ball too straight. And then I proceed to go to the other spot again.
Nice throw.
What ball is at the angle to get the solid 8 pin? That's not even striking. That's almost going to leave the big 4. If this gets the 4, 6, 10 now. It went around. No, it went in front. Hook it in. You know what? I want to hook it enough so where I can... I want to hook it enough to get it into the pocket, but I don't want to overhook it either. A shot like that looks... That looks a little luck-based. That 7-pin went down just a little bit later than the rest of them.
Nice throw.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're getting too many trip 7s. If this isn't the perfect game, I don't know what is. What is it with all these 7-pins getting tripped? Okay, we can't... We're not going to have an all-trip 7 perfect game, are we? We are getting the 5 strikes in a row, though. Alright, 5 strikes. If this is a 5-pin, I'm going to bed. I pulled the shot. I pulled it.
Nice throw.
And that's not it. I took my vitamins. Like I was supposed to. Oh my god. I'm never getting this. Dietitian. I just want to go to bed. I don't care if I get the 300 right now. I want one more solid attempt. One more attempt that makes it to at least 6 strikes. Not asking for a whole lot here. Going until either A, I manage 6 strikes in a row, or B, I leave a 5-pin after at least 4 frames of strikes. Also need to take off all of my pimple patches. You heard nothing? Dimple bappers. You know, Jake, I don't like you. It actually stayed on the lane a little bit. I'm gonna try this.
Nice throw.
What kind of pin action was that to kick the 5 from the back? This strat might not actually be that bad.
Nice throw.
Okay, yeah, I choked it right after I said that. That's to be expected. I'll give it another try, but then I'm switching back. You see that time I didn't hit the head pin? That about speaks for itself.
Nice throw.
And that 7-pin choked itself. Choked me to 300. I just want one more good game, please. I just want one more front 6. That's all I care about. I want to stand up so I can prepare to go to bed.
Nice throw.
I thought that wasn't going to trip it, but I'll take what I can get. And... yay! Actually did something for once. Isn't that awesome? No, oh, I actually got it. I don't think I deserved that strike. No, I definitely didn't deserve that strike. Now I'm not getting this one. I'm getting genuinely this close to wanting to turn the game off. Alright. Stop cheering. I don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear your stupid cheering. Act your age, don't act psychotic.
Nice throw.
It's a psyop. You gave it away and you threw it. Giveaway winners have been selected. Here's your givey. That's your givey right there. A solid 8 pin. I was about to say. That's that left an 8 pin. Here's your givey. Wow, 2 strikes in a row. In your dreams, motherfucker. That's not. You're not getting that. That was in your dreams. I had to hook a long way and it didn't. Alright, I'm gonna go from 7th arrow and then I'm gonna do 7th arrow roll on the ground strat. I'm gonna do this a couple times.
Nice throw.
If I get to 6, the strategy. If I get to 6 doing this, I'm gonna switch back to the original routes. That was incredibly stupid. Oh boy. Gone wrong, gone sexual. And that's a no. Alright, you know what? We're gonna give this an attempt for the clout because everyone's gonna go say 6-7 in the comments after I hit this. Yeah, I'm gonna hit just short of it. Fuck you for saying that. You wanted a 6-7 joke. You got it. Here's your 4-10 joke. You're 4'10" in height. Because apparently that 10 inches didn't get stuffed somewhere else. "5'6" with the 6 inches somewhere else. Alright. Now. Going through a vengeful trauma spiral as we speak. Stop, please. Another strike. Oh my god. How many times? This time if I get the 5, I'm standing at 5 instead of standing at 6. Choker.
Nice throw.
I'm at 3. I was going to say, that's all I'm getting, but I tripped out of 7-10 for the 19th time. Not in this recording session, but the whole day, and I get a 4-pin again. You know what? Next 4-pin I leave like that, I'm done. I don't want to sit here anymore.
Nice throw.
I don't want to sit here doing this anymore. Alright, if I convert the 4-7-10, I'm stopping the video. Y'all are not getting... Yeah. I didn't think I was going to get it, okay? I've done this IRL. I think it's more impressive to do it IRL than in a Wii Sports game. Wii Sports where the pin action is completely fucking ridiculous sometimes.
Nice throw.
Alright. We accomplished 279 today, so well, we accomplished another front nine in general today, so I wanted to go to bed anyway. I'm going to bed. I've been wasting away for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Good night.